in in inside us. Just and we have gathered here. It itself shows dedication and seriousness towards our goal or a mission. Let me talk about the mission. I think all of us are having the personal mission of their life. Let me ask someone. Is I mean, is they have any clear mission of their life? Let me ask someone. Toastmaster Vinay, could you please share your mission of life?
Okay, so the question shifted on me. So
Stay
my
on
mission
topic.
of okay. So the mission for me in my life is to be a modest, to be humble, to be learning all the time. Keep your cup always empty, irrespective of what you learn or how much you know. There is always scope of learning in anything what you do. So for me, it's always to make people smile. Nobody should be hurted because of me or for any reason. And definitely, I am a person who is beyond or away from all these egos and all that. Okay, somebody is angry with me, I won't speak to them. Definitely, I'll speak to them. So I'm always a light-hearted person.
I think you are on the way to your mission, Toastmaster Vinay.
Thank you.
Yeah, can we have someone else to share their mission?
Yeah,
Someone
my
from
mission is to
okay,
make lives around me better.
nice,
Make this universe a better place than what I got. That is my mission.
wonderful, wonderful. Yes, I need someone from guest. Guest Jinil.
Yeah, yeah, hi. So, my mission would be like helping other people better themselves and their life. Yeah.
Right. So we have seen that the mission of our life is specify the identification of that person in their personal and professional life. So just like our personal mission, we do have a mission of a Toastmaster Club, a mission to accomplish, a mission to provide supportive and learning experience in members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in a great self-confidence and personal growth. Apart from this, we do have a certain rules which we need to follow throughout this meeting. So rule number 1, in our club, we generally prefer not to speak on gender, religion, and politics. Rule number 2, English is the only language of a medium that we use in the meeting. So please refrain from using other languages. Rule number 3, please keep your noise making devices on silent mode. Rule number 4, please be on mute unless you get a chance to speak. Rule number 5, if you are joining from 2 devices, make sure to mute one of them while speaking, otherwise it will create an echo. Rule number 6, please try to be in a noise-free environment so that voice is clearly audible. Rule number 7, fix your screen in the beginning and do not change it as it may disturb the speaker. Rule number 8, please do not send messages in the chat window when someone is speaking. And the last rule, rule number 9, unless there is a technical glitch, try not to leave the meeting. With this, now I'll hand over the stage to the presiding officer of the meeting, who has just joined JP Morgan and a wonderful person in his life, Toastmaster Vinay. Toastmaster Vinay.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shailesh, and definitely the way you were seeing the rules, I was thinking that the movie Mohabbat, where Amitabh Bachchan is saying Anushasana, Parampara, Pratishta, my God, I was quite scared of so many rules, but definitely that is required for any meeting to be conducted so peacefully and with discipline. So good morning, everyone. Sorry, it's good afternoon, everybody. And I hope your Sunday will be amazing with this next 120 minutes. And I hope you will be enjoying as much as you want and as much learning you can get it. This is my third consecutive meeting from today since 10:30 in the morning, but still I'm learning and I'm enjoying the meetings whenever I see so smiling faces. And I can see a lot of people who haven't started the video. I request everyone to start their video, because this is where we have to be in person. Understand that we are having an in-person meeting. So please, I request others to also start their videos if possible. So for the new members or new people or guests who don't know about Toastmaster is a non-profit organization which teaches you learning a lot of good things, whether it's about speaking, whether it's about communication, whether it's about leadership skills and also your self-development. So it's an ocean of learning and you can learn as much as you want. The limit is endless and you can learn as much as you want, and it's all about your willingness. Now, starting with the introduction of few guests, I can see a lot of new faces today. So I'll start with the people who have started a video. So I'll ask them first. I can see Jinal. Jinal, if you can introduce yourself, your name, how you got to know about Toastmaster and what you are looking for from our club. Jinal, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
glad. Thank you.
Hi everyone. So I'm Jinal Solanki and I'm currently working as a UX designer in Excel. And so something that I wanted to improve in me was communication skill. So that is like very critical part of even professional and personal life. So that's why I found like a heritage Toastmasters, and that's why I'm like kind of here in the first place. Yeah, that's around it. And yeah, nice to meet you all. And yeah, not in the person, but it's a video call, but that's also nice to see lots of new faces and yeah, listen to them.
Thank you, Jinal, and we love to have you here. And definitely, we are planning hybrid meeting from the next week, hoping that the hybrid meeting starts. And we already have booked a very good location. Surprisingly, it will be new location for everybody. So wait for that surprise. And you can definitely meet us in person, and also we have online hybrid meeting as well. Both things.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Jignesh Shah. Jignesh Shah, if you can introduce yourself. Jignesh, if you can hear me. Okay, I think he's not reachable. Ayush, the other Ayush, not the accounter Ayush. Ayush, if you can introduce yourself. I hope you're liking my voice, guys. Okay, so Ayush is also not there. Come on, guys. Yeah. Ayush, you are speaking, I think, but you are on mute. Okay. All right, I think Ayush may speak a little later. Meantime, we have few Toastmasters who have come, so I'll have their quick introduction as well. I can see Shruti, if you can introduce yourself to the club.
Hi everyone, I'm Shruti Mala from Greater Noida Toastmaster Club, and I got to know about this club through Amit sir, and yes, today I'm going to be a speaker one, and I am a senior manager in working in NTPC, That's all.
Okay. Thank you, Shruti, and definitely we'd love to hear you as a speaker today, and that will be more insights of about your life, how it is going to be. Okay, the second speaker, Sameer, if you can introduce yourself, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I'm Toastmaster Sameer from Guntur Toastmaster Club. As of today, I was looking to give a speech, but I can't get any speech slots. I was desperate to give speech. Luckily, I got this club to give my speech. Thanks to you on that. And I will be speaker too for today. Hope I think this is going to be an experience for me. Thanks for this. Over to you.
Thank you, Sameer. We love to have you, and definitely the club is always open for having speech slots. Anyone who wants to take it. Now we have our beautiful Toastmaster Radhika ji, and she has put her video, which I'm not liking it. So, Toastmaster Radhika, if you can introduce yourself to the club.
You've caught me at the wrong time.
And I love to do that with people.
My food is on the table, but never mind. We've been keeping so many meetings today. Okay, I am Radhika Shah, ex-air hostess from Air India. I was trained by Honorable Mr. J.R.D. Tata, and I take real pride in saying that. After that, I joined Toastmaster on insistence of a friend, Toastmaster KP Jani, and started enjoying it so much that I am in it for last 4 years now. I have a lot of mentees, and I take great pride when they really do well and improving upon on my very stupid suggestions. When they understand it and they implement it and they see the change in them, that really makes me feel very happy and very great, though I'm still learning. Over to you, Vinay sir.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Radhika, and it's always delightful to watch you and learn a lot of things from you. And definitely, Ratan Tata and JRD Tata are one of my idols also in my life. They are wonderful human beings. The story is endless if you talk about them.
Absolutely.
Okay, Toastmaster Nitin, if you can introduce yourself to the group.
Hi everyone, I am Nitin Bairagi and I am presently working as a scientific officer at Institute for Plasma Research since 2008, and my research areas are superconducting magnets and cryogenics for nuclear fusion machines. That is more of a technical thing, but yes, apart from all those technical things, I like Toastmasters a lot because it gives a platform to interact with different variety of people with vast experience, knowledge in different fields, like Toastmaster Vinay, Toastmaster Radhika, Toastmaster Shruti, Toastmaster Amit, and all such guests who are working in different fields. So this is a great platform to interact with like-minded people, and even we may have different opinions, but we learn a lot from each other. Over to you, Toastmaster Vinay.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nitin, for that wonderful stories and words of you, and definitely it will help us club grow better and better. And let's start with the theme. Before that, I would just like to welcome Toastmaster Ayush, the counter today, our new addition to the club. Welcome, Toastmaster Ayush, in the Matrix Toastmaster Club. It's wonderful to have you. Your quick words, if you want to just say something.
Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, definitely.
Well, I would just repeat the same thing as I have said on last Sunday. Well, this is Ayush. I am currently a student in Central University of Gujarat, currently pursuing Masters in Defense and Strategic Studies. Well, Defense and Strategic Studies is a study about the national security, state security, and the overall relationship with the neighboring states. And I have done my bachelor's in physics, to be precise, in quantum mechanics. And I'm a sports person. I'm 4 times national level player in karate and MMA, and I just love to beatbox. And I'm just keen to learn new things that will help me grow in other aspects of life. Over to you, Toastmaster Vinay.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ayush, and we love to have you. And I hope you will have amazing learning in this Toastmaster journey experience. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin with the Toastmaster of the day, inviting him and the team. He is one of my very good friends now, and we became very comfortable with each other in very short span of time. We were very good, very dedicated Toastmaster. I've seen him, and amazing speaker. I told him to become anchor very soon if he can become, or an event organizer if he wants to be, and always keen to learn, always have a smiling face, and also some naughty smile at times I've seen. And this guy is very much like a younger brother for me, and I am really delighted to meet him before I moved to Mumbai, and definitely it was amazing to know him. So with a round of applause, please help me welcome everybody. Toastmaster Aditya is a Toastmaster of the day today. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Vinay, for that lovely introduction. You say these kind words and then you run away to Bombay. Very unfair. But still, I welcome you all today's meeting. I am the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Aditya, the moderator for today's meeting. Any Toastmasters meeting is composed of 3 segments. The prepared speeches segments, where we have veterans and newbies come together and deliver prepared speeches as a part of their project pathways. And then we have a table topic segment, which is open for guests as well as members. Members as well as guests deliver impromptu speeches for 1 to 2 minutes. Then finally, we have the breakfast for the champions, where the whole meeting and prepared speeches are evaluated by a group of dedicated evaluators. So I'm sure you are going to have a lot of fun. Let's quickly move to the theme for the day: change, managing change. I would like to ask, what do you mean by change? What do you know about change? Can someone define change for me? Let's make this interactive. Unmute yourself and let the chaos begin.
I would like to go.
Yes.
The only constant in life is change.
Absolutely. Right. That is a nice way of describing change, but can someone define change? What do you mean by change?
I
When
would
life
like to say,
Yes.
when life breaks you down into smaller pieces and shatters you down, then you are open to something, some part of window of your life opens up in a new direction. That is called change.
That
For
is a very amazing.
for an example, if a 16-year-old boy just goes through a breakup phase, so that is a new kind of change for him. That what are the new possibilities that he has to look for, and what are the new things that he should do to move on from it. That's the current example that I can think of right now.
Nice. I'm sure you are not the 16-year-old boy and you have moved on, but that's nice. Anyone else? I heard.
May I?
Yes,
yes,
go ahead. Absolutely.
For me, change is when life gives you lemons, you make a lemonade out of it.
Yes.
So
I think that was, Toastmaster Radhika's way of describing change. Absolutely. Yes. Toastmaster Nitin, you were saying something. You're on mute.
Actually, Radhika was saying the table topic of today morning session from Ahmedabad Toastmaster Club, and I was the table topic master.
Okay.
When life gives you lemon, then you make the lemonade. But coming to the change is nothing but a transition, you can say. Now you are having the sunlight. After a couple of hours, you will have dark. But again, don't forget, it will again change and come back to its normal. Again, you will have sunlight. So change is nothing, but you started from time t is equal to 0 with a big bang, say some theory, and after millions and trillions of years, life again stops and again begins. That is a cycle, I would say. So do not worry or fear with the change. Change is good and change is always required. Otherwise, without change, there is nothing. Life will be nothing. So we should accept changes in our life and learn from it and adapt, finally adapt.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nitin. That was a very nice way of putting things together, making my job easier. Yes, that is what change is. Change is nothing but questioning status quo by taking a different approach. As many of you said, change is doing things differently. Change is a transition that questions status quo. In fact, many years ago, Stephen Hawking said something to describe change. So basically, intelligence is nothing but being adaptable to change. That is what human intelligence actually is. And change is something that is happening very constantly, very continuously. Change is inevitable because we change every day. We keep seeing change every day. Well, after the COVID-19 pandemic, we saw multiple changes and numerous changes happening. From marketing point of view, we saw consumers were changing, brands were changing, consumers were becoming more and more immunity conscious, hygiene conscious, safety conscious, and institutions also changing. Similarly, governments are also changing, and the whole economy and the life around us is constantly changing and evolving. Despite this, we human beings find difficulty manage changing. You know why? Because we always resist change. We don't accept change gracefully as we accept other things. Hold that thought. It's time for me to introduce the general evaluator to you before I come back to the theme. So the general evaluator for today's meeting is a retired air hostess from Air India. She has already given her introduction, but still, let me take pride in introducing her again. She takes pride in being trained by the Honorable Shri J.R.D. Tata. She's a Toastmaster since 2016. She's an advanced communicator, silver, and competent leader in her Toastmasters journey. She loves reading, writing, music, and traveling. She loves to party, and she reaches the seventh heaven when she sees the success of her mentees. How selfless, isn't it? She loves smiles around her. Without any further delay, please help me welcome Madam General Evaluator, Toastmaster Radhika.
Oh my God, am I worthy of all those words? You are making your expectations so high that I have to really pull up my socks now. Okay, over to my role. Evaluation is a positive experience designed to help people overcome flaws and reinforce good habits in their presentations. Change is also when you implement evaluations to your growth. And for that reason, I've been given the task of being a general evaluator for today's meeting. What is the role of general evaluator? We have evaluators for the prepared speeches. But as a general evaluator, I would be keeping a hawk's eye on every speaker who would be coming on the screen. So I would be submitting my report at the end, but to do this mammoth task, I can't help myself alone. So I have a tag team, the timer, there's an hour counter, and there is a grammarian for the day. And I am so honored to bring the timer of the day, your president of the club, who has taken this role the last minute. So I would request Toastmaster Vinay. We all know him by now. You all know him, and there is no introduction is required for him. But I would still like to say that he's a light-hearted person. That's what he said, who has taken this role so humbly, so soft-spoken. I call him tall, fair, and handsome. That shows when he took the role, I realized that how passionate he is about Toastmasters. Of course, he's going to be very busy with Morgan. What is the company's name? Okay, he's going to be very busy when he's coming to Bombay, but I would really request him not to forget his club and stick on to JP Morgan, to stick around to teach all his fellow Toastmasters and people who would be coming and joining. So over to you, Toastmaster Vinay. Would you please explain your role to the audience?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Radhika, for that amazing and surprising introduction altogether. Well, Toastmaster is like my fighting family, and definitely wherever I go, I will be always connected with the way we have right now. Toastmaster Kunal in the meeting, he's I think in Chicago right now, if I'm not wrong. So he's also connected with us. Definitely, I'm just one city away, so that's completely fine. So once again, a very good afternoon to everybody. I will be playing the role of timer. So timer is someone which is very important in any Toastmasters meeting to have a proper discipline of time management, where whatever is been time allotted to you as per the agenda have to be abide by that, and you have to just be adhere to what time is provided. So we have different timings as per the rules. So for the speakers, it will be 5 to 7 minutes of time. At 5 minutes, I will be mentioning in the chat box about the green card. And at 6 minutes, I will be showing as a yellow in chat box. And at 7 minutes, I will be showing red. So please be always vigilant on the chat box to understand which card is popping out. On the in terms of table topic speaker, it will be 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will be showing green. 1 minute 30 seconds, I will be showing yellow. And at the red, it will be 2 minutes. And for all the evaluation, which includes the speech evaluation, the general evaluation, sorry, not general evaluation, but speech evaluation, and the tag team, which includes a timer, a counter, and grammarian, will have 2 to 3 minutes of time to submit their reports. At 2 minutes, it will be green. 2 minutes 30 seconds, it will be yellow. And at 3 minutes, it will be red. Once you can see the red in chat box, you have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech or conclude so that you are not disqualified. That's all from my end. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vinay. You're also an area director of Area J3. I forgot to say that. Okay, my next team member is Toastmaster Ayush, who would be the counter for the day, and as he has already given his introduction, and we will listen to his beatbox when we have a little occasion in our club. Now we are very time bound, so that beatbox is pending, and he's a hardcore believer of Zen philosophy, and that also we would like to throw some light later on. But let's welcome our active and awesome Ayush to explain his role as an counter.
Hello everyone, myself Ayush. I'm the counter for today. The purpose of counter is to note words and sound that are used, crutch or pause fillers by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words such including well, and so on and so forth. I will also listen to the filler sounds. I will also note down the speaker's repeat phrase, I, and all that stuff. Basically, it's something that a speaker repeats in his speech. And at the end of the meeting, I'll be presenting my reports for whatever the errors have been persecuted in the speech. That's all from my side. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ayush. That was okay. And if people are comfortable, just make sure that you have very few crunch words like ums, or repetitive words. So, because he's keeping an eye on you and he's counting it. So make sure that you have least such words. And the next, my team member is the grammarian for the day, the very important person who would be keeping an eye on your grammar. He's, I say, work hard and party harder. Oh, I believe in that. But the grammarian of the day also believes in the same. Toastmaster Vivek is a mechanical engineer from HPTI Kanpur. Joined ONGC in production discipline 8 years ago. He's a keen sports and fitness enthusiast and loves badminton the most. He has played at the district level. Wow. He loves listening to music, and listening to music brings intense euphoria, and he keeps him going on dull and gloomy day. I hope our meeting is not going to be dull and gloomy at all, so that we can give him time to listen to his music some other day. So over to you, Toastmaster Vivek, to please explain your role as a grammarian.
Thank you, Toastmaster Radhika ji, for such a warm welcome. I hope everyone is keeping good health of themselves, as one of our elite member has turned out positive. I hope you're okay, sir, Amit sir. Coming back to the meeting, today I'll be playing a role of a grammarian, and as in grammarian, it is my duty to be observant and attentive to the language that is used in the meeting. I will take a note of any deviation of language that is desired to be used in the meeting, and pen down some good words, impressive words, thoughts, quotes, and breathtaking thoughts also. And as a grammarian, it is my duty to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is sabotage. Definition: act of destroying or damaging something deliberately. Example: they sabotage the enemy's oil fields. And now I'd like to introduce the phrase of the day. The phrase of the day is on the horns of dilemma, meaning you have to choose between two things, but both are very difficult. For an example, I was off I was on horns of dilemma when I was offered another job. Here I like to suggest one thing, like first of all, every speaker will be encouraged in using word of the day and phrase of the day. And what I would like to suggest is one should not try to use these words in phrase in a meeting only for a day, but throughout this week, because what I thought was when I was thinking for the word of the day and the phrase of the day, I started thinking what was the word of the day last week, and boom, I forgot. So and then you can obviously you can encourage yourself only by keeping a count of the count of the times how many times you're using that word, and pet yourself back. uh, Anyway, I will submit my report when called upon. Over to you, Toastmaster Radhika ji. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was wonderful. So I just hope that we don't sabotage our meeting in way of time. So to keeping the time in mind, I would hand over to the Toastmaster of the day to take the meeting proceedings to the prepared speeches. Over to you, Toastmaster Aditya.
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator and Tag Team, for very clearly describing your role. I'm sure after listening to you, no external force can sabotage the beauty of this meeting. I'm very confident. Now let's go ahead with the theme, managing change. So I've told you that everyone, each one of us has difficulty in manage change. So we need an intervention right now. Kurt Lewis, a behavioral psychologist, gives a systematic framework for each one of us to initiate change, execute change, and sustain change in our lives. So, if you really want to introduce a personal change to your routine, like going to the gym, starting cardio, or shifting towards vegan or shifting to keto diet, you can actually implement these changes in your life and also sustain them if you follow this framework. And the framework is very simple. Every change starts with unfreezing, movement, and refreezing. I repeat, unfreezing, movement, and refreezing. What do you do when you buy frozen potato or frozen French fries from Wenky's or McCain's? You first defrost it, you unfreeze it, and then you keep it outside, and then you fry, and then you eat. Similarly, every change that happens should begin with a unfreezing stage. What is unfreezing? I've told you before that human beings have a natural ability to resist change. Resistance is already inside them. And there are different forms of resistances. For example, psychological resistances, economic resistances, social resistances. I'll give an example. I'll not bore you. For example, a person decides to enroll into Toastmasters, but there are resistances inside stopping him. For example, economic resistance. He thinks the fees is just too much. He can't just pay it in a go. So that is an economic resistance stopping him. There is psychological resistance. As he's totally afraid, anxious that he might be embarrassed. What if he's not able to speak well? What if he's not able to go and face the competition in Toastmasters? That is something which is bothering him. So the first step to change is overcoming the resistance which is inside us. I've been talking about resistance for quite some time. How do you overcome resistance? I'm sure this is a thought in your head right now. So let me give you a simple formula, a very simple formula that will help you to overcome the resistance in you to change. And for that, I'll be presenting a picture. Are you able to see the screen? Is it visible?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Yes, fantastic. So this is the formula. I want each one of you to repeat it after me. Okay, 3 times. We'll do this 3 times. D into V into F is greater than R. Go ahead. Repeat it after me. D into V into F is greater than R. Absolutely. Again, we'll go one more time. D into V into
F
F greater than R. One last time. Let's all go together. D into V into F greater than R. Okay. So let me explain this formula. I'm not Indian education system. Ratna bilkul nahi hai. So I'll tell you how to interpret this formula and apply this formula in your daily lives. So psychology says that resistance is automatically inside you. You can't accept change gracefully. You will always resist change. So you will actually need a force greater than the resistance force to overcome this resistance. So the product DVF is that force that will help you overcome this resistance. So what is DVF? D is dissatisfaction. For example, if you want to inculcate a change in your life, you should be dissatisfied about the status quo. For example, if you want to go to the gym, if gym is the new change you want to execute in your life, you should actually be dissatisfied about your daily lifestyle, how you are binge eating, how you are not conscious about your diet, your activity. So that will provide you dissatisfaction to be motivated to implement change in your life. And then vision. What is vision? Vision is nothing but a foreseeable future. You know, having a clear picture of how you want to execute change in your life. Like, if I really want to go to a healthy lifestyle, I'll be going to the gym. I'll be going to the gym every day. I'll be exercising. I'll be lifting weights. I'll be doing cardio. That is going to take me forward. A clear vision in mind. And lastly, first steps. First steps make the entire change possible, because first step is nothing but doing it right away, taking the first few steps, going to the gym and actually filling the form for subscription. That will take you and that will overcome your resistance. We'll talk more about resistance. We'll talk more about movement and refreezing. But before that, it is time for me to open the prepared speeches segment for you. Today, we have two prepared speakers lined up, and I'm totally excited to introduce them to you. The speaker number one is working in NTPC Dadri as a senior manager in electrical maintenance department. Her hobbies are dancing and reading self-development books. Her philosophy for life is to make improvement and not excuses. Please help me welcome the first prepared speaker, Toastmaster Shruti. But before we welcome her, please help me welcome the evaluator, Toastmaster Nitin, to brief the project objectives.
Toastmaster Shruti would be delivering her speech of level 2 from presentation mastery. The purpose of this project is to deliver a speech with awareness of your intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how you use non-verbal communication when delivering a speech. This is all about effective body language. Time for the speech will be 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster Shruti. All the best. And the title of the speech is Letting Go. Toastmaster Shruti Mala, Letting Go. Letting Go, Toastmaster Shruti Mala.
Toastmaster Shruti, I wish you all the best. Toastmaster Shruti, letting go, Toastmaster Shruti.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aditya. One of the hardest lessons in life is letting go, whether it's grief, anger, love, loss, or betrayal. Change is never easy. We fight to hold on. We fight to let go. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Today I'm going to speak about the book Letting Go. The book is written by David R. Hawkins. He was renowned as a pioneer researcher in the field of human consciousness, as well as author, lecturer, physician, and scientist. He has devoted his life for the upliftment of humankind until his death in 2012. This book gives me new perspective to about negative emotions and also a great understanding to deal with these emotions. Today I'm going to share very simple and effective techniques of letting go of any negative emotions. First of all, we need to understand that we all have negative emotion. So don't be judgmental about it. As per our conventional wisdom, what we do with this emotion, either we suppress it or we express it or we escape from it. While suppressing, what we do, we are putting it down. That is creating more pressure. And all the time we are feeling stressed out. While expressing, we are propagating this energy to the universe that will multiply the energy. That will not help. While escaping, we indulge ourselves into uh, wrong deeds or in addiction like drinking, smoking, drugs, etc. Or we expose ourselves with lots of information because we do not want to stay with ourselves. We want to stay away from ourselves so that we cannot have that feeling. But that will not work. So these three will not work. So what to do? How to deal with these emotions? Here is the solution. Whenever you feel any negative emotion, do not resist it. Accept it. Let the emotion run its course. You just observe what all sensation are going on inside your body and what all thoughts are coming inside your mind. After some time, when this sensation will go, and you will immediately move to next higher emotion, and you will feel relaxed and light. Happiness is not that comes something from outside. It is our true nature of soul, but we have suppressed so much negative emotion that it cannot find its true expression. I remember few days back I was teaching my son Manas in the morning, and he was not willing to study. And he said in very convincing tone that, Mummy, please allow me to play. I will do all my homework by myself, and when you will come back from the office, I will show you. I promise. I reconfirm it. Are you sure? He said yes. So I agreed and I went to office. Whole day passed. When I returned from the office, I asked, show me your homework. You have told me that you will show. And he started making lots of excuses. And I got to know that whole day he did not even sit for a single moment to study. And he kept watching TV, mobile, laptop, many things. Strong anger came inside my body, but I did not react because I knew that will not work. That will only destroy our relationship as well as peace and harmony of our house. So I sat silently. I was feeling a strong burning sensation inside my heart, and lots of thoughts are coming inside my head. Like, how did I believe him? Did I believe him? I should not believe him. I should give him one tight slap. I should scold him badly. How can he tell lie to me, etc., etc., etc.? But after some time, but this sensation has gone down and my anger also bit reduced. I woke up, got busy in my own work. I ignored him completely. What I observed that he was doing his homework with utmost sincerity, and after that he finished his dinner without any tantrums. And at the night when I was fixing my room and my bed, he came to me and said that, Mummy, please forgive me this time. I will not do it again. Please, Mummy. And I felt relaxed and light. I felt like some big burden I have put it down. I could see his effort to win my heart, and my anger converted into love. And that day I realized that one moment of silence, one moment of patience can save you from thousand regrets and also give you power to control the situation. It gave me great understanding and power within me. I know we cannot change others, but we can work on ourselves. We can change ourselves, and the people around us will change. hatred, resentment, anger. These are very heavy emotions. So let it go. Don't sabotage yourself with these feelings and make this world a better place to live. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster EMOD.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Shruti, for that inspiring speech. I'm sure, and I agree, letting go is the most difficult thing to do, but it's the best thing that can happen to us. Thank you very much for that speech. Let's take 30 seconds to give feedback to Toastmaster Shruti on her personal chat. Timer, please let me know when 30 seconds are done.
30 seconds done.
Okay, thank you very much. It's a timer. Moving on to the next speaker. Our speaker number 2 is from Guntur Toastmasters Club. He is a cinephile. He is a binge watcher of series and movies. He loves to write. His lifetime dream is to become an author and a professional public speaker. That is a great dream to have. He is currently working with sales in Hyderabad. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Sameer from Guntur Toastmasters Club. But before that, let's invite his dedicated evaluator, Toastmaster Kunal, for briefing the project objectives. Toastmaster Kunal, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, and very good evening to all of you present here, especially to Sameer. I'll be evaluating his level 3 project 3 understanding of vocal variety, and the purpose of this project is to practice using vocal variety to enhance his speech and delivery. I wish you all the best, Sameer. His time is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, TMO.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Kunal. Toastmaster Sameer, that is one day. That is one day, Toastmaster Sameer.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Am I both audible and visible? Am I? Can anyone confirm?
You are audible and visible, Toastmaster Sameer.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. I'm Toastmaster Sameer. Have you ever heard of the phrase, the work is quite simple, but the guy makes it complicated? I'm that kind of guy. With the help of God, I always assign very small, easy things. But with the help of my conscience, I always make them complicated. Let me tell you a story. The story I was about to tell contains 3 main characters. Character number 1, myself. Character number 2, my English teacher in BTech. Do you always see that teachers got this sense of humor? Like one day, I still remember asking her, Madam, if L is silent in almond, what is the use of it? Why it is there? And she replied me, if you are silent while I'm asking a question, what is the use of you in my class? So that took me ages to heal. And she always compels me to do things. Like one day she was in her room correcting her record books. I happened to be there. She called me and she handed over a record book and a pen to me and told, Sameer, give this to the CR in section A and he will take care of it. So I went there to give him, but he wasn't there. So I thought I could give him the next day. 1 week later, she barged in our class and she shouted, someone has the record of CR of section A. Because of you, he isn't writing the exam. Who is that black sheep? I was sitting there and thinking, who could do something stupid like that, like forgetting the book? Then I thought, it hit me. It hit me hard and black. I don't know what to do. I must have forgotten in my home while I was changing the bag. So there are only 2 things that I could do now. go to the teacher, surrender myself, take the blame. But there is also another way. You know what that way? Run from the college, change the identity, join any terrorist group. But because of my bank balance is 60 rupees, I went with the first way. She was in class. So here few things happened. I went into the classroom. All people saw me. She shouted at me. I cried myself a little bit. And we both went to our HOD. Here comes the character number 3 of my whole story. Our HOD. He was sitting in his room and he asked me what happened, what is going on, and I explained everything to him. Sir, can you please give me a chance? I did a bad thing. I forgot in the book. Can you please postpone his exam? Tomorrow I will definitely bring the book. And he asked me, why can't you go now? Sir, my house is very far. With a smile on his face, he told me, just go and bring the book. What is all this fuss? Go and bring the book. I have to start from my college to my home, 30 kilometers, and take the book and come back and give it to him so that he, not me, could write an exam. So you see the irony in that? But my HOD didn't. He forced me and persuaded me, go and bring the book. So I went with the very universal answer. Sir, I don't have any money. I just have 50 rupees in my pocket. That's it. I don't have any money. With the whole mercy on is me, the wholehearted my HOD gave me extra 50 rupees, the whole 100 rupees, asking me to go and bring the book. So I had no way. He was my HOD. So I traveled all the way from my college to my home and I pick up the book. I put it on my lap so that I couldn't forget it anywhere. I came college and I gave it to him with a smile on my face. Yes, I did a good thing for you. He took the book. He had his exam. You thought the story was over? No. I was having my lunch and this guy again came to me. I was sitting there with a smile on my face, proud. He was going to compliment me. I did a good thing from him. I traveled 60 kilometers. You are good. Of all the things that he could say to me, do you guess what he told? Sameer, do you remember the pen that teacher gave you? The pen, it was HOD's pen along with the record. I was stunned and felt foolish at the same time. I just went to the home and I forgot to bring the pen of the college property. I felt so foolish. I don't want to get embarrassed. So I told him, let me eat. I will get to the pen. It was in somewhere. I need to check. So he went. I thought of a mastermind plan. In my canteen, we got the same pen. It was black pen. The plan is go to the canteen, buy the pen, do a little makeup to make it look like the old pen and give it to our HOD. I did the exact same thing. And I gave it to my HOD. While he was writing, I was just standing there. After a few letters, he told me, Sameer, this is not my pen. I was shocked. How did he know that? I had to tell him, but sir, this is your pen. Sameer, listen, my pen is blue pen with a black top. It may look like a black pen, but it writes blue. Of a HOD of a huge institute of working on how to develop our college, you know what he did? He took the refill of a blue pen and he put it in the black pen. How should I know that? He caught me red-handed. I was just standing there and he was staring at me. That's it. That was one day, huh? Thanks for this opportunity. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sameer. That was again a very impressive speech. Both the speeches were incredible, and I'm stuck at the horns of dilemma, deciding which one was better. Let's see how things go. Getting back to our theme, our very old theme, managing change. Now let's get to the step 2, the movement part of change. What do you mean by movement part of change? It is about actually executing the change after overcoming the resistance. We have seen how to overcome the resistance. Now it's actually the field to play. How do I execute change? To execute change, you'll be needing goals. You need to set very clear and practical goals. Most of us, when we start change in our lives, we set unrealistic goals. That is the reason we fail. For example, if I want to go to the gym, I set a goal that I'll have to reduce a 30 kgs weight within 2 weeks. That is not going to be possible. So it is very important for me to set meaningful goals. And there is again a framework for you to set meaningful and clear goals. That is the SMART framework. I'm sure many of us must be knowing the framework. SMART is nothing but specific, measurable, actionable, result oriented, and time bound. The goal that you're setting should be very specific and to the point, very particular what you want to change in your life. Second, it should be measurable. You should be able to measure. There should be a yardstick that can help you measure the change you are expecting in your life. Third, all your changes should be actionable. They should not only be theoretical, but also be practically possible. They should be actionable. And fourth, result oriented. You should always look at the end result. What are you aiming? What are you thinking of attaining in the end after implementing the change? And lastly, time bound. Your change should be time bound within the frontiers of time. You can't set 2 years or 3 years as your destination for change. It should always be within the frontiers of time. Therefore, SMART: specific, measurable, actionable, result oriented, and time bound. And lastly, you should have 5 outcomes in mind as an individual to implement change in your life, and that is ADKAR. ADKAR, which is nothing but awareness, desire, knowledge, ability, and reinforcement. Let me make this simple for you. Awareness is nothing but the why of change, not the how of change. You should have the purpose in your mind very clear. And then the desire for change. Desire is nothing but the motivation, the intrinsic motivation, affection to make the change possible for myself. And then the knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowledge is having the skill set in mind for me to be able to execute the change in my life. And the ability. Knowledge is theoretical, ability is practical. Am I actually able to do this change after acquiring the knowledge? That is ability. And lastly, we have reinforcement. Reinforcement is sustaining the change. For example, when you come to Toastmasters, you have the awareness, you have the why of change ready, and that is improving on public speaking. You have the desire ready, and that's why you have paid the fees. Toastmasters gives you the knowledge through your project pathways, gives you the necessary skill set, gives you the necessary information for yourself to equip yourself to become a better public speaker. You develop ability over a period of time, and through constant feedback, this change is reinforced in your life. I'll be talking further about reinforcing change in your life. What do we do about feedback and sustenance? But before that, let me open table topics for you. The table topic segment will be facilitated by the table topic master. And today, the table topic master is a petroleum engineer by profession. She has a set of varied interests, starting from science and business to art and literature. She likes to call herself professionally passionate and passionately professional. She is also the founder of this club. Please help me welcome with the biggest of applause, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aditya, for that warm welcome. It goes without saying that we're all in this together, and Matrix is and will always be a web of people who are invested in their self-growth. With that in mind, let me ask everyone, how is the meeting going? Are you ready for the change that the Toastmaster of the day is giving you? By a show of hands, let's have, are you ready for the change that the Toastmaster of the day is making you go through? Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vivek and Toastmaster Shruti. Now, let me tell you that public speaking is not just about preparing and speaking. It is about learning from your own life, remembering the emotions that you have, and expressing it while thinking on your feet. And this is why the table topic session is of paramount importance when it comes to public speakers, because it is just not about preparation, it is also about impromptu speaking. It is rightly said Tell me, I'll forget. Teach me, I'll remember. And involve me, I'll learn. Remember in Drishyam how Ajay Devgan took his family to satsang to make them learn how to lie effectively. Now, in that, we can derive that any experience that you've had in your life, you will be able to account it, you will be able to narrate it more authentically. So today, the table topic session is not about going here and there for content. Reflect on your own life and come up with a 2-minute narrative and tell us how it feels to be in this table topic session. The rules of the table topics are that you are supposed to speak from 1 minute to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, the timer will show you the green card. At 2 minutes, at 1 minute 30 seconds, you'll be shown the yellow card. At 2 minutes, you'll be shown the red card, after which you'll be given a 30-second time period to wrap up your table topic speech. So before I move on to the first volunteer, I'll tell you the theme of the table topic session. I'll give you a year, a random year from the last 18 years of your life, and you have to tell me a story that comes to your mind when you remember that year in your life. So no issues with the content. You all have content because you've lived that year of your life. You can just come up with the best story that comes up in your mind, the first. Just put it in a narrative. So we shall practice that in the table topic session. So can we have our first volunteer? Would like to go first? We can have a Toastmaster first, and then we can go over to the guests.
I like to go first.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vivek. So your year is, can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so your year is randomly generated here, 2008. 2008, Toastmaster Vivek.
Okay, 2008 year was a very special year for me as I had joined my college life. I've joined my college and started my college life in 2008. And the most important and exciting year of your college life is first year. This is what I believe and I think, because you get to know a number of people, you have so number of fests, so that you can hang out with new friends, chit chat with new friends, and bunk all the classes in college. Secondly, you get to know all around the different perspective when you go to the college, because there is a very transient phase change in your life when you are in school and when you are in college. You are something else is expected out of you when you are in college, and because we have so many dreams. When you are thought of going to college, everyone's thinks that, okay, I'll do this thing when I'll go to college. First thing I'll be do this, and second I'll be doing this. So there are n number of checkpoints in your list that you wanted to do when you're in college. So I suppose that was a very exciting year. And whenever I sit alone at my place and think of my college days, the only year which I can think of is my first year. Yeah, that is it. A lot of ragging. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. This was great hearing people recalling their memories of years. It's very enthralling for me. It gives me an insight into what kind of people we have here with us. So can we have the next volunteer?
Hi, Priyanka. I am the second.
Toastmaster Manoj?
Yes, Priyanka.
Oh, I'm so glad. Welcome. Toastmaster Manoj, your year shall be, your year is 2016.
Oh, 2016. One of the best year in my life, because that time I joined as a sales manager in Aditya Birla Group. And that time, within 1 year, I purchased a brand new bungalow of around 55 lakhs. This is the best achievement I have ever done. My father has told me, you never do this thing because the amount is huge. But I tried my level best, and bank is a great disburse the whole amount to purchase my dream come true. Uh, uh, that's best year about 2016 for me. Thank you, Priyanka.
Toastmaster Manoj, let us have a farmhouse party at your bungalow someday. And
Definitely.
We as Matrix Toastmasters Club would love to have another housewarming party at your bungalow.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manoj. I loved the enthusiasm with which you participated, and you had one of the best memories come to life when you narrated your story. Moving on to our next participant, who would like to take up the next year? Who would like to? Toastmaster Nitin. Yes, Toastmaster Nitin, your year will be 2020. Toastmaster Nitin, 2020, 2020, Toastmaster Nitin. Toastmaster Nitin, you're on mute. Yes.
Okay. So 2020, we used to hear many a times during our school days or college days or be it anywhere that 2020 will be a catastrophic year. In Hindi, they used to call it a kayamat, means life will be ending at 2020. And I, as a science enthusiast, always believed that it will never be, because life is going to be there on this planet for, as per my thoughts, for thousands and thousands of years from now on. And 2020 revealed one of the worst pandemics after 100 years, which was COVID-19, and we saw the effect, what it brought. But coming to 2020, I remember the last physical meeting that I attended on 26th of January. It was a special meeting at ATM, and I injured my foot during that meeting. Completing by that meeting, I was going to home and I injured my foot. And after that, for 1.5 months, I was at home taking rest, recovering from the injury. And suddenly, in March, the lockdown happened. That was like a blessing in disguise for me, because I had to take rehabilitation, as I had torn my tendon muscles there. So I recovered fully in 1 month. That was the lockdown period. I did a lot of foot exercises. But overall, 2020 was really good for me. Apart from this injury, I got some of my paper published and going good. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nitin. That was a very heartfelt speech on 2020. I feel we all have mixed emotions about 2020, where we were put in a variety of changes in our lives, and we learned how to cope up, and necessity became the mother of the invention. And that is when Toastmasters started being on Zoom. So a lot of good things, a lot of not so good things happened in 2020. And that was very heartfelt. Thank you so much. Moving on to the next table topic speaker. Who wants to come next? Let's have some volunteers from guests. Guest Gina, would you like to take up the next table topic?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. Would you like to? Okay. Thank you so much for switching on your video. Guest Gina, your table topic year is 2021.
Okay. Okay. So 2021 is just completed. Lots of things happened during that time. So I I have a bachelor's in information technology, which is engineering background. And something that I was trying to change from very long time was changing a field, because as as a person, I'm kind of a creative plus technology enthusiast. So I was trying to find a place where I can, kind of collaborate both and work on that. And during my journey towards that, I found a course, so which is I'm not sure if you are aware about this. So there is a field called design where you work on both creativity and technology. So that was something that I found in around 2017, 2018. I joined my post graduation course, and in 2021 I completed it and I graduated. That I completed my course and I got a job in that particular field. So for me, 2021 has been like a year where I have achieved what I was dreaming of since I was in school. So that was very great year for me. And yeah, another thing is COVID. It has also brought us lots of things, uh, bad and good. So something that also we learned through 2020 and 21 is that appreciating people around us and time, not only focusing on the work we do, but who we are as a person. That is also something important that we found in pandemic time. So yeah, that is what 2021 was about for me. Yeah, to you, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you so much, Jinal. That was a wonderfully put together way of saying how 2021 was for you. And we can move forward to the next participant. So can somebody take up the next topic? I'd like another guest to take up the topic. A guest, Ayush, would you like to take up the topic? Guest Ayush, are you there?
I think it's Ayush or Ayush is in dual device, I believe.
Ma'am, that's me. I have logged in with two devices. Actually, there was some technical problem with my laptop. That's why.
Okay, okay, got it, got it. Okay, so we can also go with a Toastmaster. Anyone wants to take part in the...
I would like to participate.
Yes, Toastmaster Sailesh, your topic for table topic speech is 2020. So Toastmaster Sailesh, 2020, Toastmaster Sailesh.
Before I start speaking, I would like to say to timer that my chat is not working, so I won't be able to see your chat. So if there is a green card or red card or yellow cards, please speak rather than sending chat on
Okay, so
message on
Shailesh,
chat.
for you, I'll just give you one thing. I won't be interrupting you in between. If I'm keeping one finger, that means green, two, that is yellow, and three, that means red. Okay? So you can just see that way.
2020 year was not so everyone was speaking that that particular year which was selected, that was something special in their life. But I would say the 2020 year was not something special in my life. It was a normal year. Nothing was nothing I tried new in 2020. Seriously speaking, the 2020 year was the not so good year in my life. uh, 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 the worst thing I could say that uh, very bad thing happened to me in 2020. I lost my father in 2020. uh, he was hero in my life, but uh, anyhow I lost him. uh, he was everything to in my life. I mean, uh, uh, I don't have words for my father. uh, it it was it was a nightmare for us. I can't speak much.
Toastmaster Sailesh,
I
that
can't
is
suggest that.
Toastmaster Sailesh, I believe that
Yeah.
emotions have, when there is so much abundance of emotions, it is not possible to put it in words, and sometimes words fall short. But we here as a Toastmasters family completely understand your situation, and 2020 has been a hard year for a lot of us. I think apart from that, in the table topics, you've done complete justice to putting it with such vulnerability and authenticity. Thank you so much for that. Can we have one last speaker? I would like 31 Mokshada 7D to speak up if they want. So, can I know who is 31 Mokshada 7D? Would you like to take part in the table topic session? Okay, I think they are not able to hear us somehow. That's okay. Does anyone else want to take part in the table
We
topic?
have Toastmaster Radhika. I would like to nominate Toastmaster Radhika for the same.
Toastmaster Radhika, please.
Oh, well, okay.
Just a second. Toastmaster Radhika, your year is Toastmaster Radhika 2019 Toastmaster Radhika.
2019. I think I was a very happy person because I'm not one person who loves to stay at one place. I am a real roamer, or what do you call, I love to travel a lot. So I always make a plan to travel every year, but 2019, it came to such a bad standstill. And after that, I haven't got a chance because of this damn COVID. So what I had planned in 2019 to go to London because my brother-in-law is not feeling too well. So I wanted to spend some time with them, and I had kept everything ready, but then things didn't work out. And then we had to stay back. Then I was thinking where to go. And then we planned to go locally somewhere. So we went to Jamnagar, spent some time at my sister-in-law's place. Then that also, everybody was scaring us not to move out of the house, not because I will get COVID from others, but because I am a senior citizen and I could give COVID to somebody else. When people make me realize that, I felt, my God, it is the other way around. And I didn't like it. But then I had to stick to it. Yes, it is possible. Touch wood. Like I haven't gone down with COVID as yet. Not that I am not expecting it. It can come anytime. But never mind, we are all prepared and ready for it now. Now COVID is not bigger than us. And we are ready to face it with all our immunity and our booster shots and everything. So not to worry about whoever is even suffering from it. Just take care of it. It's going to go. It cannot fight us. We are definitely stronger than all these virus and everything. So we will get rid of it. And we will bring back the joys of 2019 back again in 2022. I promise you that. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Radhika, for that power-packed table topic session. I have to learn how you use hand gestures in camera because one of my hands is on my mouse and the other hand just refuses to come on camera. So that is my story, and that brings us to the end of the table topic session. I feel that the biggest takeaway from this is that when you speak your truth, when you speak with authenticity, that is when you excel at table topics. Bring out your stories. You have lived almost more than 18 years of life because all of us are Toastmasters here. So bring out your stories, bring out the learnings in them and put it forward to the audience. And for sure, the audience will relate with what you speak. With that, I bring this table topic session to the end and hand it over to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Aditya.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Priyanka, for that fun-filling table topic session, or I should rather say a storytelling session, what I absolutely love. Thank you very much. Moving on to the third step. So we completed unfreezing, we completed movement. Now moving on to the third step, which is refreezing, or nothing but sustaining change in our life. The most crucial step which we all fail to obey. You know why? Because we initiate change successfully, we execute change successfully, but when it comes to commitment and consistency in sustaining that change, that is when we fall apart. That is when we sabotage the whole process. So that is why I believe refreezing is very important. And you can actually refreeze the change by bringing feedback, by bringing monitoring and evaluation. Having someone sit by your side, a coach, a mentor, a friend, family, spouse, anyone who can help you sustain this change. So this person will track your progress, assess your progress, and tell you where you're falling apart, where you're being consistent. And that is how feedback will help you sustain change. In Toastmasters, feedback is an integral aspect of public speaking because feedback gives you a scope for learning and scope for improvement. Feedback gives you a third perspective that can help you build on yourself and constantly grow. Therefore, without further ado, I would like to call upon the General Evaluator. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Radhika, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aditya. That was so wonderful. To continue with your perseverance and keeping it with the team, I would like to suggest that success will never lower its standards to accommodate us. We have to raise our standard to achieve it. So to keep the consistency and to keep the perseverance, we have to keep on trying and always take the evaluations seriously and implement them in your next order of speeches or whenever you feel in public speaking or in communication. So that would really help you, especially the reports of the grammarians, accounters, and all that, not me alone, everybody's, not only your evaluator, but all these reports are going to take you to definitely a notch higher. And to continue with our next, the last segment of our meeting is the evaluation section. We will have Toastmaster Nitin, who will be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Shruti. And we all know Toastmaster Nitin is a scientist officer in Institute for Plasma Research, Gandhinagar, since 2008. And he's been a Toastmaster since September 2016. He's served as a leader and secretary in our club and also an MOC and a contest chair in the club contest. He has completed competent leadership from Toastmaster International. His interests include reading, writing, traveling, science, and sports, especially cricket. He has represented his college in athletics, badminton, and chess. He's won quiz competitions at college level, received state level awards in science quiz and research fellowship by Department of Science and Technology. Couple of research work have been awarded by science societies at the national level. Well, I can make a speech on Toastmaster Nitin because there's a nice, huge introduction of his with me, and I don't feel like missing out on any of the sentences. So with all that, I would ask Toastmaster Nitin to please evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Shruti. Over to you, Toastmaster Nitin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Radhika, the General Evaluator, for that long introduction. And coming to the hero of this meeting. Hero in the sense, she is someone who rocked the stage. Toastmaster Shruti, your speech, I would say, is like an award-winning speech. It had everything of a speech. It had opening, which was great. Then it had body and also a conclusion. Conclusion with a call for action the strong message. Overall, it was an inspirational story. Coming to the opening, you spoke. Change is never easy, and we should fight to let go. Uh, I felt your topic was in sync with the theme of the meeting. That was also very interesting. You spoke about the book from David R. Hawkins on letting go, and you also gave some beautiful insights about how to tackling our negative emotions. What I liked the most about your speech was a personal story which made this speech very convincing. You gave a personal example by which all the audience could connect. That is a wonderful way of engaging your audience and grabbing their attention with your own story. And the most important part of that story was the discussion with your son, in which he promised to do the homework on his own. And when you came back from the office, he did not complete the homework. You got angry from inside, but you did not show it, and you just ignored and got busy with your work, and by which your son learned himself and he did homework on his own. That was a wonderful way of showing that how can you convert your anger to love by keeping silent and being patient. Now the main objective of your speech was using effective body language. You are you use uh, wonderful hand gestures. You used facial expressions. You had a wonderful eye contact. You were confident throughout your speech. Uh, Only suggestion to you is, if instead of sitting and delivering the speech, it is always better to stand and deliver, by which you can have purposeful movement, and it will have more impact. And when you had to you had so many points wherein you could add some more body languages, like when you saw your son not doing the homework, you could have shown surprise by raising your eyebrows like this, or similarly at some point of your speech I could not see your hand movements. Means seen by the audience. Overall, it was a wonderful speech. Just adding some of the suggestions about utilizing the stage, means giving your speech by standing, delivering your speech while standing, and having some more facial expressions in sync with your speech will make your speech to the highest level. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much. I will try to incorporate all these things in my next speech.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nitin. That was so nice. And to bring positive change in your life, you have to have positive thinking. Positive thinking is not only about expecting the best to happen, but it is also about accepting whatever happens for the best. So with that, our next evaluator is Toastmaster Kunal, who will be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Sameer. Toastmaster Kunal is a passionate engineer, and he's currently pursuing his master's, an avid reader, loves music and swimming, currently serving as a VPE at All Elite Advanced Toastmasters Club. And his favorite quote is, if you can dream it, you can do it. Definitely. Surely. So I will invite Toastmaster Kunal to please evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Sameer. Over to you, Toastmaster Kunal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aditya. Good evening to all, one and all present, and also a special good evening to Sameer. Congratulations on completing your level 3 project 3 project on understanding your vocal variety. My evaluation will be more focused on vocal variety, and I will not comment on the general speech because I think this is more important in this particular project. But if I would like to say, I would say that it was in general a very interesting speech and very engaging as well. The story that you told definitely captured my attention, and I'm sure everyone else's attention. Now, coming to the main thing, I'll divide my evaluation into 3 parts. Of course, first I'll start with the things I like too much. The way I could see that you had prepared very well for this project. I mean, the speech, that the intonations and the changes in your voices that you were trying to implement during the whole speech was, of course, commendable, and I really enjoyed the way you tried to connect with us through your vocal variety. Starting with voice quality, you were very clear, and we were able to understand you very well. Good projection, and you were so vibrant throughout the whole speech. Amazing. Articulation, you used quite a few different kinds of words, and that, of course, brought a very nice touch to the speech. For example, you used irony very rightly at some point, and I was amazed that, okay, that word was, of course, correctly used by you. So that's what gives the best articulation in your speech. The rate at which you said throughout the speech varied a bit, but I believe it was great, because at one point you were talking about the book example of the book that went from here to here. So that time you changed your rate of speaking the words, and that was very commendable. So these are the things that I like too much about your speech, and the way you practiced, I'm sure it has delivered 100% about those. A few things that I would like to recommend to you are regarding your loudness. I felt the voice of your speech, even though I believe you tried your best, it went a very flat speech throughout the whole, I mean, in terms of the vocal variety. Talking about, you used, at some points you tried to use correctly. For example, exact same thing. So I heard that loudness in that exact. So it was nice. But at some points you were trying to do it maybe, but you couldn't, because, for example, the stunned part, saying stunned has a lot of effect. If you say the stunned, I was stunned, or maybe raise your voice too much, it will, of course, give the perfect effect. Stunned and foolish. So if you say it like that, that will be, of course, amazing for the audience. They'll understand, okay, they like understand the exact neutral or the emotion that you are trying to convey. So these 2 things, if you control, and maybe your pitch, you changed your pitch when you changed the characters, that was commendable, but it was not as per the pitch that should be there. If you are changing from a male to female or something like that, you should make sure that you're correct using you are trying to do a monologue and using different characters in your speech. So make sure you do that. All in all, you did justice to the report. You are amazing, and you should practice a bit more. I'm sure you're going to do a lot better in your vocal variety from these speeches coming forward in the next projects. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thanks a lot. That was so wonderful, Toastmaster Kunal. It was such a lovely CRC approach to the evaluation. And with that, now we would go further to the reports of my tag team. So I would like to invite my first Toastmaster Vinay for the timers report, please. Toastmaster Vinay, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aditya. Now let me submit my report on the chronological order, how the sequence started. Surgery Ram Toastmaster Shailesh have taken 5 minutes and 53 seconds. Presiding officer, as in me, I have taken 10 minutes 39 seconds during the presiding officer role. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Aditya, as of now, overall stage time have taken 18 minutes and 2 seconds. Now coming to the speakers, Toastmaster Shruti have taken 6 minutes and 14 seconds. Speaker 2, Toastmaster Sameer have taken 6 minutes and 08 seconds. Evaluators of them, Toastmaster Nitin, while introducing the speech objective, have taken 55 seconds, and while submitting the report have taken 4 minutes and 21 seconds. Unfortunately, he is disqualified. Evaluator 2, Toastmaster Kunal, during the introduction have taken 22 seconds, and while submitting the report have taken 3 minutes and 14 seconds. Coming to the table topic segment, where table topic master, Toastmaster Priyanka, overall stage time was 21 minutes. Table topic speaker, Toastmaster Vivek had taken 1 minute 31 seconds. Toastmaster Manoj had taken 45 seconds. Toastmaster Nitin have taken 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Guest Jinal had taken 1 minute and 52 seconds. Toastmaster Shailesh had taken 1 minute 32 seconds. And Toastmaster Radhika, as a table topic speaker 6, had taken 1 minute and 56 seconds. Coming to the introduction part of the tag team, Toastmaster Radhika during her introduction had taken 2 minutes and 6 seconds. A counter, Toastmaster Ayush had taken 44 seconds. Grammarian Toastmaster Vivek had taken 1 minute and 54 seconds. And I, as a tamer, had taken 1 minute and 53 seconds during the introduction. And while ending my report, I have taken 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Over to you, Toastmaster Radhika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vinay. I'm sorry I missed out on the evaluators, some evaluators timings.
Yeah, I already mentioned
Have my evaluators qualified, both of them?
Well, Toastmaster Nitin unfortunately is disqualified, had taken 4 minutes and 21 seconds.
So there is no voting now. So I think we will have just one person who is qualified. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vinay. So we come to our next report. Toastmaster Ayush, for your counter report, please. Over to you.
First of all, I would like to apologize from my side if I don't stand up the upper ceiling of this Toastmaster Club reports. Starting it from Toastmaster Shruti, she has used one time, two time, and one time, whereas Toastmaster Sameer has used one time and another time. Toastmaster Priyanka has used 3 times. Toastmaster Vivek has used 5 times, more than 5 times in his speech. One time and one time. Toastmaster Manoj has used 3 times, one time, and guest Jinal has used one time and 2 times, whereas Toastmaster Shailesh has used more than 5 times. And Radhika ma'am, you have used, actually I was just flabbergasted by your speech, so I just cannot record whatever you were just saying. I extremely apologize for it. Toastmaster Aditya has used one time. Toastmaster Nitin, your idea, your part of delivery was slow and steady. And I was literally impressed by how you have just delivered your speech. You have used 5 times. And one more thing, Toastmaster Sameer has repeated college when we were in college more than 2 times. That's all my report. Over to you, General Evaluator Radhika ma'am.
Thank you so much. We don't call ma'am, we call Toastmaster Radhika. We all are Toastmasters here. No ma'am, no sir. We call them sir and ma'am when we are talking to them directly. Okay, to the most important tag team of mine is the grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Vivek. Let's come to your report, Toastmaster Vivek.
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Radhika ji. I want to share my screen, but host has disabled it. Could you please enable it? Give me permission to share my screen. Yes, thank you. Yeah, so can you see my report, all of you? Is it visible? All right, so I'll start with Toastmaster Vinay. He has mispronounced one word, which is report, when he was given his timer report. Other than this, everything was flawless. Toastmaster Aditya has used both word of the day, phrase of the day, and some impressive words like newbie, inevitable. There was some good thought also, good quotes also, like reaching on 7th heaven means state of immense happiness, and some breathtaking thoughts like D into V into F greater than R. Goals should be specific and practically possible. D into E into F greater than R. It depicts that he's a real engineer. He's using greater than, less than, or directly proportional to. Anyway, and during his speech, he had used one Hindi usage of Hindi, like ratna nahi hai. So that is it. Toastmaster Radhika, she has used word of the day and some impressive words like mammoth, and good quotes like when life gives you lemon, you make lemonade out of it. And I'm sorry, Ayush, I didn't able to listen about you because you were giving your report. I had no time writing on, judging you, right? Toastmasters Shruti, she has used word of the day. Impressive word were pioneer, and breathtaking thoughts were one moment of patience can change the game altogether, which I really like. Some of the words were mispronounced, which were pressure, any, and one grammatical mistake like anger come inside my body. It could have been used in some other way, though it is a grammatically correct, but it could have been used in some other way. Toastmaster Sameer has used two impressive words like fuzz or irony. And Toastmaster Priyanka, she has used one breathtaking thought was necessity became the mother of invention. And splendid idea. I had just added that column recently because the date generation kind of thing was really cool. I must say that. Toastmaster Kunal has used one word intonation like rise and fall of voice, and use of one Hindi word to. And Toastmaster Nitin, he has used grammatical error like you give me. You could have used you gave me. You got angered instead of you could have used got angered. And I'm coming on to the guest, Zina. She has mispronounced 3 words, collaboration, important, and appreciated. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vivek. Now it comes to my report, which is a bit lengthy, but please bear with me. Our meeting started at 10 minutes late, which is not a very good practice. I request the president of the Matrix Toastmaster Club to please make sure that if the people are not there, also still we can start in time, and so that the people who are joining a little later can continue with the meeting, but at least our meeting is not suffering because of you. Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Salish, you started very well, but just a small request. It's a very professional, organized Toastmasters meeting. So where we are taught with the script and the role players' role, how to perform it, how much to say, how much not to say, and when to say. See, when you want to say a lot, that time you have your own speeches and your own timings. When you're a Toastmaster of the day, then you're given a little more time than the time allotted to the role player. So at that time you can use your stories and so all I can say is within your time period, that is 1.5 minutes, that you have to say a small quote and explain your role crisply so that what you are doing for the day is understood by the audience. So that's a small take for you, and please go through it. And I would really love to see you as a professional Sergeant at Arms. President Toastmaster Vinay Jain, you started so well, and you took introductions of the guests with a huge smiling face. So wonderful. You welcome the new member Toastmaster Ayush. It's so inspiring, it's so motivational, and it gives you, when your name is announced, it makes you feel you get butterflies in your stomach. So that's a wonderful thing to even welcome your new members, and especially the guests when they get a chance to speak. They open up for the meeting. So kudos to that. Lots of learning from you, Toastmaster Vinay, though going to be busy, but please stay connected to be with us. What to say about Toastmaster Aditya? Toastmaster Aditya, you are so good. Your interactive session started. What a change. And I have really learned a lot from your team, and you actually explained it in such a beautiful way with your quotes and with your pauses and with your way of explaining things. It was very, very interesting session, and I'm sure people learned a lot. And especially when you made us remember D into V into F is more than R. I have forgotten what is EC square equal to what. I only remember D into V into F is more than R. This satisfaction into vision into first steps is more than resistance, more than resistance to change. So that was a wonderful equation. I hope we can patent it. So that was wonderful, Toastmaster Aditya. That was great. Toastmaster Vinay, you took the role of the time at the last minute. That shows how passionate Toastmaster you are. And you are there to really teach a lot in your club. And you are such an asset to your club. Thank you so much for taking the role the last minute. That's what is called the good Toastmaster. And the best part about Toastmaster Ayush as our counter is he's so new to the club and he has taken the role. So wonderful, Toastmaster Ayush, and you did a fabulous job. I'm sure with the practice, you will definitely go higher and higher. And I would rather say you flabbergasted, Ayush. You are good and practice makes the man perfect. That's what I had written about you. And there is no need to apologize for any shortcomings. We are all here to help each other, to learn from each other. So no, we can only say thank you many a times. Toastmaster Vivek, you made an Excel sheet. Very impressive. But when you're explaining, then we can always read them the way you had written it. What I'm trying to say is like all the good usage of the grammar, we can say these were the good usage of grammar. Then we can say these are not so good usage of the grammar. And we can say the word of the day used and the phrase of the day used. And we can ask for the applaud for the people who have used the best, flawless grammar and flawless, and especially using the word of the day and phrase of the day. Though we can give a little pause for the clapping, for applaud. So that will be wonderful. Instead of, and we in grammar, when we submit a grammar report, we don't use the names of the people who have not used grammar, made mistakes, because the person who has made a mistake, and when he's corrected, he would definitely automatically know, okay, it was about me. So we don't take names in our Toastmasters meeting, especially. So just a small gift. I hope it will make sense to you. Okay, now we go to our speakers. Toastmaster Shruti, you took such a wonderful topic, Let It Go, which was evaluated so well by Toastmaster Nitin. So I don't have much to say. And it's a beautiful message, you know, that when you say let it go, we all have to learn this, that, you know, let it go is the best thing which you can have. You'll never have a heavy heart and you'll have absolutely clear mind all your life. And very well evaluated by our senior Toastmaster, Toastmaster Nitin. Thank you so much. Our second speaker was Toastmaster Sameer. That is one day. Toastmaster Sameer, your internet was playing a bit naughty. So we could hear you properly, but we have to accept these glitches with the internet and everything. But I would only suggest that, you know, when you have too many devices working around you, that time probably your device is playing little naughty. So what you can do at that time, if you try to switch off and check your audio and video much beforehand, you join the meeting before and check your audio and video, because when you're, especially when you're delivering your prepared speech has to be evaluated and you are to be presented with an award. So for award winning, you have to pay little attention that you join the meeting early, check your audio and video, and if there are any glitches, then try and to fix it so that it can be a powerful speech by you. That is, you can try. Of course, we all have to learn to live with the glitches, and we all are living with it. TTM Priyanka, what a seasoned orator, presenter, and so charming she is. With her quotes, with her teachings, it was a fantastic session. Or with the Toastmaster Priyanka, and especially the topics you chose, which was so clear, so good, so relevant, and so easy for anybody and everybody to speak upon. So that's so wonderful. You know, for table topic masters, it's a wonderful practice to bring very simple topics so that it is immediately it registers on your mind and something or the other comes out when you start speaking on the topic. So it's always good to have bring very easy, small topics which are understood clearly by the speaker. Toastmaster Vivek, you took part in table topics. What was it I had written? Yeah, table topic master, Toastmaster Vivek, you are already playing a role of a grammarian. So I had noted this down is the role players, the speakers, and the leaders, they already getting a chance to speak on that particular day. So what we can do is that, we can stay on the back row because we're already getting a chance to speak. So we let the others who are not getting a chance to speak to come forward for the table topics. And also a little request to table topic master to give the chance to speak those people who are not getting to speak on that particular day, because other people are definitely getting a little time to speak. So they are already practicing their communication skills, but the others who are not getting a chance will get a chance in the table topics. So this I had written because Tosma Vivek said, I would like to come and though you are playing a role of a grammarian, which is very important role, you have to pay full attention to it, that how best report you can give. Toastmaster Manoj was so excited to grab the opportunity because the moment you finish, he says, okay, I am next. So that is how people are waiting to speak, so we can give them the chance. Okay, yes, Zinal, you spoke so confidently, more so because topic was so close to each one of us experiences. We've all gone through COVID times and we definitely can speak on the topic so well. It is so near. I mean, we're still going through it, the change of life, change of habits, change of some for good, some for bad. So it is very relevant. We could all speak on that. Okay, Toastmaster Sailesh. No matter how many mistakes you make or how slow you progress, you're still way ahead of everyone who isn't trying. I wrote that for you. I don't know why. You get emotional. Yeah, you got him because you got emotional when you were speaking about your father and you couldn't speak on it. So that is why I wrote that. Don't worry. At least you had the courage to come. You are still better than the people who did not even gather courage to come and speak. So kudos to you. And we all have these emotional moments in life and we will definitely get over them. We have to live with whatever comes our way, and change is the only constant. We have to learn to live with the change. And with that, it was a wonderful meeting. I enjoyed myself. And if I missed out on somebody, I'm sorry because I had many other things to do. But it was a great meeting and I hope we have learning. And another thing I wanted to say is that I would like all the Toastmasters to please keep a paper and a pen with them, to please take a little from every meeting, at least nothing more than the word of the day and the phrase of the day, which you can note down in a Toastmasters diary. And anytime, when you will go through it, the back pages, you will find, oh yeah, this word is so wonderful for my presentations. You all are young guys, and little bit coming your way every day is nevertheless. So please do keep a paper and pen. That's what I suggest all my Toastmaster friends. And with that, I end my report. Thank you so much for listening to me. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Radhika, for that comprehensive evaluation. I would like to thank the individual evaluators and tag team as well for this breakfast for champions. I hate breakfast. You know why? Because you'll have to wake up early in the morning and brush your teeth and then have your breakfast. But this breakfast, I liked it because it was a complimentary breakfast that you look forward to in five-star hotels with all necessary ingredients and all varieties that you would love to cherish. It was complimentary. At the same time, it had constructive criticism. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Radhika. Now, moving forward and carrying on with my theme, let me summarize whatever I've taught you. So we began the meeting by understanding what change is and what it does to us and why is change imperative. And then we move to the Lewis model of managing change, which is nothing but unfreezing, movement and refreezing, initiation, execution, and reinforcement. Then I taught you a formula, D into V into F greater than R to overcome resistance, where DVF is dissatisfaction, vision, and first steps to overcome resistance. And then we came to the movement part of change, where we started with goal setting, how goals should be practically possible and specific, measurable, achievement oriented, at the same time result oriented and time bound. And lastly, we saw about ADCAR model of movement, where we thought that awareness, desire, knowledge, ability, and reinforcement is very important to execute change in our lives. And finally, we ended the theme by talking about sustaining change through monitoring and evaluation. I would want each one of you to remember one thing, that change is actually very difficult because people overestimate what they have and underestimate what they can get by losing what they have. So it is very, very, very important to lose what you have to gain many other things in return. And that is how change happens. On that note, I would like to pass on the charge to the presiding officer. Over to you, presiding officer, Toastmaster Vinay.
Master Aditya, would you like to launch the polls?
Yeah, shall we have the polls for the best speaker, best table topic speaker, best evaluator, best role player, and best leader as well?
I would also like the TMOD and the presiding officer and everyone to take a call on whether to let the lapse of timing in case of the evaluator let go, or should we disqualify him from polls?
Timer winner, the ball is in your court. It's up to you.
Well, now you are making me quite nervous on this. Well, since it's a pre-charter meeting, so that's okay. We can consider it. No problem.
And I approve that as a Toastmaster of the day. Let's celebrate. Go on. Let's launch the polls for all the awards, shall we?
Just a second. Let me include the best evaluator polls as well then. I am just about to launch the polls. The co-hosts of the meeting are requested to send their polls to me on direct chat because they will not get the polls, right? Please confirm if everybody is able to see the polls. Toastmaster Radhika, is the poll visible to you? Okay, great. Please vote.
Okay. Toastmaster, just let me know once you get the poll from everybody. Meantime, let me have feedback from all of you. What a wonderful topic, Toastmaster Aditya, today. And a lot of learning for people in getting change and the formulas or the abbreviation, what you have done today. It was really what we can learn from it. And definitely it will be easy for our people to learn and memorize it. So that's wonderful. Let us have feedback from a few of our guests and the Toastmaster from other club as well. Starting with the guest, I can see Jinal, if you could give your feedback about today's meeting or what better we can do.
So like this is the first time I'm attending this kind of session. So I actually liked it and really enjoyed it. And I don't have any like feedback as of now, but I mean, this is something really interesting that you are doing. So it's like it's great to be a part of.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Thank you.
How was your experience? If you want to share
Yeah,
your experience.
it was pretty great actually. That like I was actually trying to find this kind of a platform where we help each other grow and learn more and also improve ourselves. So and actually I found it. So looking forward to learn a lot from you all guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Jinal. And definitely what you said, this is the best platform. And if you see right now, we are 15 people out here and all the 15 are people who are learning here. Everybody makes mistakes and it is where we learn from that mistake. So nobody judge you if you're making the mistakes. We all are learning from day one till how much ever your journey continues in this Toastmasters.
Yeah, thank you for the great session.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Jinal. Okay, then we have the Toastmasters from other club. We have Shruti. How was your experience today?
Yes, it was very good. And overall, the structure of the Toastmaster, every Toastmaster is the same. I am from Greater Noida Toastmaster Club. I joined it few months back, 4-5 months back. And other than Greater Noida Toastmaster Club, I joined this club. I mean, today only. And I found it is very engaging, very inspirational. And yes, some of the speaker are very what to say, they are so much experienced, so I thoroughly enjoyed the session. And yes, what I find the difference between Greater Noida and here, one thing is that in our on the club, the theme of the day, it was a pre-known to all of the members, but I could not find this in the group. And second, yes, the word of the day, which is like they written in the chat box, as well as they can write in the like use it in the sentence also, so that we can have better understanding about the word of the day. That's all. Overall, I learned a lot from today's session. Thank you.
Thank you, Shruti. And yes, definitely, since this is what Toastmaster teaches you, that the principal rules of Toastmaster have already been aware to all the Toastmaster across globe. It's just that few have their own elements and innovations, what they do. And definitely, we all learn from other clubs as well. And that is what we are here for. So we don't want things to be very monotonous. We want everything to be very innovative, or have more of engagement with the club members, not just the people who have taken the role. So definitely we'll work on what you have given the feedback. The feedback is most welcome from you. Thank you. Okay. Toastmaster Nitin, if you would like to give your feedback. Toastmaster Nitin.
Hello.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. There is little network issue at my end. And coming to the feedback, it was a wonderful meeting as usual. I had attended a physical meeting, which was the first meeting of pre-chartered meeting of the Matrix Toastmasters Club. And I am really thankful to Toastmaster Amit to giving me this opportunity, to bringing me here.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nitin. Definitely, it's wonderful to have you, and a lot of learning we get it from you. Your experience really matters a lot for the new Toastmasters. Thank you. Toastmaster Sameer, if you could like to give your feedback.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinay. First of all, I really enjoyed the session. It was an excellent session. Kudos to our Toastmaster today. The theme was very good, and I got a lot of points from not only our evaluator, but also our general evaluator about my glitches and everything. I actually loved it. As our previous speaker said, it's different from our club, but sometimes difference is good. It makes us innovative. I really enjoyed the session. Looking forward to working with you again. Thanks for this.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sameer, and definitely we'll love to have you again in our club meetings. It's really wonderful. Toastmaster Kunal.
One thing can I say, I really enjoyed how you made the agenda. It actually, I shared it in our group. Everyone loved, just know how they did the agenda. They were amazed by how you did that. Kudos to you on that.
Thank you so much. All credit goes to our VPPR and Toastmaster Priyanka. They are always working on all these things. So kudos to you, Priyanka, for this. Okay. Now I have one of my very good friends from another club, and also not just a club, we also keep on talking to each other. Toastmaster Kunal, if you would like to give your feedback.
Hi, Vinay. Yeah, it was an amazing meeting, and I took part at the last moment on the last night. Priyanka messaged me that will you take up the evaluator, and it was definitely wonderful. I love the energy of the general evaluator and the grammarian as well. I loved every bit of the meeting.
Thanks, Kunal. And it was good to see you here. I wasn't knowing that you are coming here, but definitely I loved it when I saw you that you joined in. Thank you, Priyanka, for reaching out to Kunal.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Thank you. So, are we ready with the results?
Yes.
Okay, are you sharing the screen? Is it?
Yes. I'll just share the screen.
Okay. I might have a problem if you share the screen. If I'm not able to see it, then you have to help me out and take the charge.
So, is my screen visible?
Yes, I can see it.
Yes.
Great. Okay, it's a presentation. I don't have to speak anything, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You spared me. Thank you.
So, welcome to the Matrix Toastmasters Club award ceremony, where we identify the audience choices for the day. And the first award that we have is for the best speaker of the day, for which we have Toastmaster Shruti. Toastmaster Shruti, congratulations.
Congratulations, Shruti.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Next up, we have the best table topic speaker and the best table topic speaker. Any guesses? Toastmaster Aditya, obviously. Toastmaster Aditya, congratulations, and guest Gina for the best beginner of the table topic speaker of the day. Thank you so much for participating.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, the next award is the best role player award. So the best role player award goes to Toastmaster Vivek. Toastmaster Vivek, congratulations on giving such a detailed report. We completely enjoyed the grammarian's report. And
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
okay, so the next award is for the best leader of the day. So the best leader of the day is none other than Toastmaster Aditya, the TMOD.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations, Aditya.
Congratulations, Aditya.
Thank you, everyone.
Now, the last but not the least, the best evaluator of today's session is Toastmaster Kunal. Thank you for taking it up at the last moment and doing full justice to it. Congratulations. The end of the award ceremony, and we will be sharing the certificates individually with all the winners and the participants also. Thank you for being with us here today. Over to the presiding officer.
Thank you so much, Priyanka. This is something different I have seen in another club. That's what we learn from different people, different clubs. So amazingly done. We'll have more on this one. I mean, this is wonderful. We'll talk about it and make it more better in this. Yes, definitely. It's a good way of presenting the best leaders and everyone. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are signing off. We are officially closing our meeting. We meet every Sunday at 4 to 6 p.m. So we would love to have you every time. And till then, have fun, enjoy, and we can have.
Yes, Radhika ma'am, you want to say something?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can have after party.
Have the best Toastmaster of the day is Toastmaster Amit Nandan. He is suffering from morning, but still is attending all the meetings. He's the passionate Toastmaster of the week is Toastmaster Amit Nandan.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Hey,
I was about to say that I should also get one award. That for entire meeting I have not spoken a single word. I enjoyed just putting myself inside the quilt and just listened each and everyone's speech. So I should also get one award for not using a single word, for not speaking a single word.
But definitely, what I'll add to what Toastmaster Radhika said, the dedication. I have seen very less members in Toastmasters family who have so much dedication. He is currently COVID positive, and still he is at home and attending the meeting. Also, he is handling a lot of things on a back end, which you people are not even aware of it. I, Priyanka, and Aditya are completely aware what he is doing in the back end. So definitely, it's really hats off to you, Toastmaster Amit, that your dedication really speaks.
Just learning from
We are
you.
getting mugs printed. I think Priyanka and I especially best boss ever.
Yes, yes,
All
definitely.
right. So, anyone who wants to know about the finance and membership, do we have anyone?
Yeah.
Jinal, you want to know? Okay, Jinal, if you can stay back up, because once this extra party is done, then we can discuss about it if you want to know. All right.
Yeah, sure, sure.
किसी को कुछ बोलना है तो बोल सकता है बिंदास.
May I leave the meeting, please?
Yeah, we are officially
ma'am,
closed.
no.
After party चल रहा है.
No, ma'am, no.
अरे चलेगी क्या इतने में?
जैसे मैं नो क्या चली गई.
मुझे लगा
नहीं
कि
यार,
may I lead the
एयर
meeting?
इंडिया है ना, एयर इंडिया से
मुझे
है ना,
लगा
बहुत
she's
टाइम
not
को
safe.
पंचुअल रहना पड़ता है. फ्लाइट टेक ऑफ पे लैंडिंग बहुत टाइम पे होती है.
पॉकेट में 15 मिनट टाइम लेके चलते हैं वो लोग कि लेट हो गया तो भी टाइम पे पहुंचेंगे. आई थिंक वी शुड डू दिस फॉर टोस्ट मास्टर्स आल्सो. हमें ये फीडबैक फिर नहीं
नहीं,
मिलेगा.
बट वी हैव टू वर्क ऑन दिस, वी हैव टू स्टार्ट ऑन टाइम.
हाँ, मेरे को एक सजेशन है कि ना
हाँ.
ये आप .4 बजे स्टार्ट करना चाहिए, क्योंकि क्या होता है ना कि हम लेट करते हैं. ऑलमोस्ट 6:30 होने वाला है.
नहीं, this needs to be worked upon. And secondly क्या है, थोड़ा सा हमें ना एजेंडा पे बात करेंगे. We'll talk about the agenda because even for me,
I'll tell you, but we were going to start in 2 to 3 minutes only. Basically ये था plan, but we were like looking for backup, क्योंकि लास्ट मिनट में टाइमर चाहिए था और
completely get it.
और काउंटर नहीं था. एंड द पॉइंट इज कि हम में से कोई होता तो चल जाएगा. टोस्टमास्टर से राधिका इज कमिंग फ्रॉम अनदर क्लब, तो उनके पास इंट्रोडक्शन रेडी होना चाहिए.
इसमें क्या होता है ना, I'll give you one tip in this. We four have to be a backup always. हम लोग को प्राइमरी में लेना ही नहीं है. अभी you told me on the spot, I was ready because एक एक्सपीरियंस का भी फर्क पड़ता है. Now since जैसे विवेक है, मनोज है, शैलेश है, they will once become experienced. फिर उनको भी अगर ऑन द स्पॉट बोलेंगे they will be able to do it. तो हम चारों को तो रोल बहुत लास्ट में सोच के लेना है. तो ये चीज है. और ऑल्सो प्रिसाइडिंग ऑफिसर का भी टाइम थोड़ा सा ज्यादा रखना पड़ेगा. रीजन बीइंग कि अभी गेस्ट बहुत होते हैं हमारे में. तो फॉर दैट थिंग हमें वो भी थोड़ा देखना पड़ेगा कि 6 बजे इनफैक्ट एज अ प्रिसाइडिंग ऑफिसर भी खत्म कर दे. तो वो भी बफर टाइम हमें देखना है. विल डिस्कस अबाउट इट. वो अपने आराम से बात करेंगे. ठीक है. ओके, थैंक यू अदर्स. मनोज आई लव्ड इट यार. आज तो सामने से यार वो हथौड़ा लेके आया था. आज तो मैं बोलूंगा. आज तो मैं टेबल
कर दिया आपने. पता है जैसे ही आपने बोला ना कि मैं टेबल टॉपिक पे बोलना चाहता हूँ, तो आई वाज लाइक अरे बहुत खुशी हुई मुझे. एंड आई कैन सी दैट यू आर इन द वेन्यू नाउ. वेन्यू पे हो आप.
यस एक्चुअली प्रियंका जी सॉरी एक्चुअली है ना, मैं पहुंच नहीं पा रहा था. रीजन में ग्रीनवुड पे था और ग्रीनवुड में मतलब मेरा एक कुछ रेंट आउट के लिए कुछ डील हो रही थी, तो मैं पूरा दिन वहां पर फंस गया और वहां पर नेटवर्क भी नहीं था, तो मैं अपना इंट्रोडक्शन भी नहीं दे पाया उसकी वजह से. तो मैंने बोल तो दिया था.
अच्छा
जी
Vinay ji, first just address guest Jinal's issue.
हाँ, जिनल का ही मैं बात करता हूँ. ठीक है. Okay guys, if you want to stay back you can, or if you want to leave तो भी चलेगा, because we'll start about the membership with Jinal. Jinal, if you can
take a leave. Okay.
Thanks Vivek, it was wonderful report.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm also leaving. Bye bye guys.
Bye Shailesh, take care. Okay,
thank you. Bye. Bye. Take care Amit.
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Jinal, if you can start your video. We love to see people when they are talking.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, so Jinal, first of all, are you interested to be part of the club?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, wonderful. So what we have planned, this is a new club which is chartering. So there is a difference between two kind of clubs that guys don't spotlight. It's okay. Please, रहने दो यार spotlight. Okay, so we have a new club opening up. So to open a new club, we always have 20 members to start a club. There are two kinds of clubs. One is a community club. One is a corporate club. Now, corporate clubs are like TCS or JP Morgan, or you have Reliance. They are the corporate clubs. Now, what is the benefit being a corporate club? That few of the funding is being sponsored by the company to them. Now, that is one part. We are the community club. We are located in Moderator, and we have in-person meetings going on. We have a cafe booked. So every week, just because of Omicron, this couple of meetings is online, but going forward, we have a offline meeting also. Both, it will be hybrid. You can join online who are not able to come because of health issues or anything, and in-person meeting. Both things will be there. Okay. Now what happens, whatever expenses are required, be it a location, be it a stationery, be it electricity, or whatever the situation, there will be contest. We will have trophy for the club member who will win in the contest. So all these things, a community is distributed to each other. Everybody pay equally, and everything is being utilized on the club members. And all the finances are recorded in the books. So if you become a member, you have full authority, full rights to ask where the funds are going. It is a complete transparency of the funding, what is being taken from the each member. So you have all the rights. The treasurer is there of a club. There is a treasurer of the club who handles this book. And you can